center of the ring.
Let him go. Stop boxing. Let him go.
This might be the toughest round that young Berto has ever had.
But he was knocked down by Cosme Rivera, but that was a case of getting caught with one shot. This has been kind of a going to school round, as Forbes has shown him that he can fire in combinations, and he said one of Berto's weaknesses is that too frequently he throws one punch at a time and admires his work.
Or just throws in bursts.
Tuesday, it's a special edition of Costas Now. An entire hour of conversation with baseball's two greatest living players, Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. And beginning October 26, it's the return of HBO's award-winning series 24/7. This time around, our cameras will follow Joe Calzaghe and Roy Jones as they prepare for their November 8 showdown.
Too big, too strong. You gotta be smart. Smart. Don't try to war this dude. Get inside, touch him. Touch his inside. Uppercuts and stuff like that. Inside fight this guy, right? Who knows? We go to work though, all right? We worry about the next round, right? We can't change the last round. We worry about this round, okay?
Hands up there.
Use that stick and get that midsection.
You could see that Berto was acknowledging that he lost that round, and unusual to hear a fighter say that, and the trainer had to tell him to leave it behind him and go to the next round. What other choice does he have?
CompuBox numbers underline the point. 8 out of 46 for Berto compared to 14 of 64 for Forbes, who tactically controlled the round and landed some very effective shots. And round 3 begins with more of the same.
Well, I would say this much, at least Berto realizing he may be losing his fighting with a lot of intensity and urgency. And I'm very impressed by that.
Now Berto begins to back Forbes up with intense shots, takes a right hand inside.
One reason that Forbes has never been knocked down is that he sees the punches coming, he anticipates by seeing the body language of his opponent. It's not just that he has a good chin.
And he's very relaxed, too. If you study him very good. Even with these kind of explosions, he's very relaxed if you study his body.
Couple of good body shots by Forbes there. Berto had gotten in the preceding exchange one of those excellent right uppercuts, which is one of his most effective punches.
Stop boxing. Let him go.
Once again, in that exchange, Steve Forbes getting off first and making Berto react to him. Good left hook by Berto, and an excellent left-hand uppercut that time. Throws it from either side.
Berto is fighting with so much intensity and fighting with so much pressure that even though Forbes may be doing well, may possibly be waiting on points for this stage, but it's going to be a big test to see if he can still fight with a fighter young as this guy with this kind of aggressiveness.
Berto has come out with a fiercely competitive attitude in round 2, and for the last minute, he's reestablished himself in the fight.
Stop boxing. Break clean. Let him go.
Berto's biggest concern is if he gets tired, if he doesn't knock out Forbes early like he's trying, he may run out of gas possibly and have problems in the later rounds.
Stop boxing. Stop boxing. Break clean.
Sometimes youth can outrun its mistakes.
And I think this is what he's depending on in this fight here.
Stop boxing. Break clean. Let him go. Stop boxing. Break clean. Let him go. Let him go. Get out of there. Get out of there. Stop boxing. Let him go. Let him go. Back up, both of them. Stop boxing. Break clean. Let him go.
I'm telling you all the time, and man, move your damn ass, man. Hey, Doc.
We forgot about the triangle.
That's a headbutt.
That's a headbutt.
It's starting to get loose.
Another look at Giselle Berto. We showed you before the fight the story of his having mentored his son into boxing and trained him from the beginning in the ring. And though he does not train him now, he often is providing spiritual support and advice from outside of the ring, whether Andre's aware of it or not. It's always there.
We gotta go back to work. Don't worry, we can't change it. You get that body for me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go get that body.
The referee just made a ruling that upset Berto. I don't know whether he said that the cut was accidental but intentional or whatever. Maybe that it came from a headbutt.
Probably that it came from a headbutt. Berto thinks it came from a right-hand punch. CompuBox numbers through 3. Berto 35 out of 159. Forbes 37 out of 175. So Forbes is throwing more, but Berto's landing at a higher rate. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
2 rounds to 1. 29-28, Andre Berto. Jim, in rounds 1 and rounds 3, Andre Berto got off first, landed the power shots, won the rounds. In round 2, every time he'd start to reset, Stevie Forbes would wrap him. I mean, it was almost as if in the second round, Berto was dreaming, and Forbes would just come in and land a real good, clean shot. Berto looks real good when he gets off first. Forbes looks good when he gets off first. 2-1, Berto.
See the crackling intensity of Andre Berto. He takes a left hook, but not before having landed a couple of body shots and a good crisp right uppercut. And he has become very much the aggressor now in trying to put his imprint back on the fight. Blood trickling down the left side of Steve Forbes' face. Uppercut, and then a couple of good body shots after a left hook by Andre Berto. That time Berto blocked Steve Forbes' left hook.
Stop boxing, break clean. Let him go.
And I think Harold Letterman hit the nail on the head, Emmanuel Stewart. Berto's turned things around by being first, making sure.
His aggressiveness and intensity is just tremendous, in addition to the speed. And it looks like it's starting to take its toll on Forbes.
That is the hunger of a young, promising athlete.
Work it. Let him go. Work it. Stop boxing, quickly.
He has responded to that second round very well.
Yes. I have a confirmation from officials at ringside that the ruling was that the cut on Forbes' left eye is the product of an accidental headbutt, not a punch. And in all probability, that's why Berto looked upset before coming back into the ring for round 4. He thinks he did the damage with a punch, and he'd like to have gotten credit for it.
Stop boxing, break clean.
Well, but also if the fight stops short, he wants to make sure he's ahead on the count.
Well, the one thing is he's fighting with a lot of determination, realizing that he's in a competitive fight, which rounds he could possibly be losing as well as winning. And he's fighting with the determination that I think is good to see any fighter fight with.
And another adjustment he's made is that he's doing much better defensively at blocking and slipping some of Forbes' punches. And that, of course, is setting up his offense.
Yeah.
Good quick left hook by Berto. And a right over the top as the round came to the close.
Look at it. Steve.
Good point.
Steve. Man, look, man. You gotta hit that man's body, man. You gotta hit his body, man. You hit his body enough. He's tired, man. That's why he's holding you. You ain't.
You're touching the midsection, that's what I need. But I need more. Not loading on the head, putting punches together and attacking it.
Right here you see in round 3 where Andre Berto lands a left hand to the left eye of Stephen Forbes, which seemingly was the blow that caused the cut and not an accidentally headbutt. Shortly right after that jab, you're going to see the blood start to flow and right it was coming down.